On May 19th, I was headed home from the doctor's office, and I was headed south on Cleveland Avenue, and it was about 6:30 in the evening. And while approaching Laurelwood Avenue, a car turned left, and I slowed down so that I didn't have an accident with that car. The second car that turned left, she didn't stop or pause. She just turned left in front of me, and I had no time to react at all. I hit her. I was going about 35 miles an hour, 35 to 40, and I hit the side of her van. As soon as I impacted, I was knocked unconscious. I woke up in the ambulance. I don't know how much later that was. I don't really remember anything of the accident, just waking up as they were putting me in the ambulance. My recovery's been a long process. I was out of work for about 3 months. I've had 2 surgeries, one on my right arm immediately after the accident to put in a metal plate and screws, and then on my left hand to fix the torn ligament. I still have hematomas and bruises on my right leg from the accident, and I have panic attacks around bikes, and I haven't really been able to drive through the intersection where the accident happened, and so I'm still working through that. And then I'm still having some cognitive issues, but they're getting better. My short-term memory's been affected. I forget a lot of things. And I have trouble finding the right word that I'm looking for sometimes. But all that's getting better, thankfully, so that doesn't look like it'll be an ongoing issue. In the motorcycle safety courses, one thing that they did concentrate on was the gear. The specific gear and policies that I advocate among my fellow riders is all the gear, all the time. And that includes helmet, jacket, gloves, long pants, and boots. And if it's too hot for the gear, it's too hot to ride. On the day of the accident, I had on cowboy boots. So they were mid-calf, and I had jeans and a leather jacket and a leather vest and a full-face helmet and leather full-finger gloves. And they all worked together to help not only save my life, but save my body. I had no road rash anywhere. I had a broken arm. My right arm was broken, and the ligaments in my left thumb were torn. And even with my full-face helmet, I had a black eye and a fat lip and a serious concussion, and it broke my sunglasses inside the helmet. Not only did the gear on my body work to protect me, the gear on my bike worked to protect me. The engine guard saved my right leg. It was reported from the witness statements that my bike and I slid under the van, at least partially. My legs were under the van, and so the bike would have been sitting on my leg if the crash bar had not been there. I have not rode a motorcycle since my accident. I don't know if I will again. It's a big loss for me. I've ridden a motorcycle since 2007. I've ridden across country on my motorcycle and back. And she took a lot from me when she chose to turn in front of me. I would like to say to other drivers that it's important that you pause and take that second look. When we're driving, we're kind of programmed to look for other cars, but motorcycles, you kind of have to make a conscious effort to look for us when we're out there. I did everything I could do to be seen. I rode with my bright light on during the day. I had 2 American flags off the back of my bike. I had tassels. I had a bright white helmet with a bright pink ponytail on it. I had a bright pink vest. I did everything to be seen. I know drivers, say that there's a lot of bad riders out there, and there are, but you probably don't see the good riders because they don't stick in your mind. Just like any other automobile on the road, the ones that are obeying the laws and doing the things they're supposed to do are not going to stick out in your mind. I want my fellow riders to know that Motorcycle safety should always be on your mind. And when you get on that bike to ride, none of us love to wear a helmet. You just don't. They're not very cool looking. You know, they're kind of big and they're sweaty, and you can't really feel the wind in your hair and the bugs in your teeth and all that fun stuff. But your kids want you home. Your parents want you home. Your spouse wants you home. And when I woke up in the ambulance, the EMTs told me if I had not been wearing my helmet, I would be dead. So please, please wear your helmet and consider a full face. If I had been wearing a half helmet, the way my face impacted the van, it would still be a different story.